I can't do that yet. Not yet.
한 번에 1000만 들어가는데. Hey everyone, Gamer Binu here today. I'll show you PoE to Stormweaver Spark build which is on top of the nerf list. Now keep in mind my gear isn't fully optimized yet, I've only been napping for a day. Though I funded this build well from my previous character. There are still some compromises like sacrificing stun immunity for better efficiency. I'll walk you through these setup choices as we go along. Don't just copy the setup, watch the full explanation first before trying this build. First warning, this build will likely face nerfs in the near future. Expect nerfs when GGG returns from vacation in January, big or small. GGG has a good track record with balance changes, and this build is clearly too powerful right now. Takes Scattershot support for example to get to extra projectiles. You lose both cast speed and damage, resulting roughly a 40% DPS loss. However, Spark gains nearly 1 projectile per level naturally, plus for more from quality alone. Sure, the base damage is quite low in comparison. But with the Archmage support, damage can be multiplied by 3 to 6 times, making the low base damager relevant at higher levels. But Archmage's low baseline might not warrant nerf on its own. Spark's projectile count definitely needs adjustment. Sigil of Power costs practically nothing yet, provides up to 60% damage boost for specific builds. That's clearly over the top. Archmage builds excel on maintaining Sigil of Power at max effect, as Monoregan is crucial for both survival and damage. Shock now provides a 20% damage boost, which can be enhanced through increased shock effect. And a 45% shock without maximizing it. Stormweaver can stack this effect twice for a double dipping mechanic. These mechanics make it both incredibly powerful and more convenient than other builds, with an exceptionally high damage shielding. I think all our two mechanics will get nerfed. Some of you asked how we survive with only 1 HP. Let's check out the basic defenses of this build. As this is an Archmage build that scales damage with mana, we use Mind Over Matter to redirect damage to our mana pool. This way, mana functions as both our damage and survival resource. As we don't stack life, we take the Chaos Immunity node for complete Chaos damage protection. Additionally, taking Eldritch Battery lets us convert all Energy Shield into mana. This converts all equipment-based Energy Shield into maximum mana. You can still use Energy Shield with the Everlasting Gaze Amulet, even with this node. Stay tuned until the end as we'll cover all of this in detail. As I said, while this build ranks among the best in PoE 2, it requires heavy investment to reach its full potential. For budgets under 30 divine orbs, consider the Blood Mage perk build, as it performs better at lower cost. Since sorcery's leveling is extremely tough, I suggest using Caustic Arrow until you reach maps, then rest back into this build. Worst case scenario, you struggle through the act only to see the build nerfed right after. Keep these warnings in mind, now for the build details. For skill configuration, Sigil of Power links with power effect to increase area of effect. That's the basic setup. Spark links to Inspiration, Persistence, Acceleration, and Arcane Temporal, while Mana Storm uses Premeditation. Orb Storm is linked with Lightning Exposure, Strip Away Infant of Mana. Conductivity links to Heightened Curse and Focus Curse. Link is supported by Ingenuity and Clarity. Archmage supported with Lightning Mastery. Currently, both Blink and Archmage are disabled. Assign all skills to weapons at 1, except the curse which goes at 2. Using the curse automatically switches weapons at, then assign Blink to set 2 and Archmage to set 1. This setup switches between Archmage for normal attacks and Blink for curses. For the Spirit Staff, press spacebar to switch to Blink. Attacking switches back to Archmage with Dodge Roll. Using curses enables Blink setup. As mentioned, the incomplete setup means lower spirit stats. Once available, add Lightning Conduit Gem with Cast on Shop here for best results. Lightning Conduit greatly amplifies damage per shock effect. You can see it's at 50%. This results in a massive 1000% damage boost. That's where Lightning Conduit deals insane damage. To socket Lightning Conduit here, with 160 Spirit and Lightning Conduit linked to Cast on Shock, you'll deal massive single target damage. This doubles or triples the damage output. Gameplay feels great. Damage hits like a truck. Item setup. With Mind Over Matter redirecting damage to mana, I effectively have 5000 life. High mana regeneration gives us power survivability. The downside, converting to mana leaves us vulnerable to stuns. Since stun and freeze thresholds scale with life, we're completely vulnerable. Typically, you'd stack Energy Shield and use Icebreaker for freeze threshold. And then these modifiers convert max Energy Shield to stun threshold. These modifiers help boost your stun threshold. This build lacks ways to reach the required stun and freeze thresholds. We'll need to use a charm as a workaround. This is a gap in our defenses. Pure mana builds actually require quite a high budget to work effectively. I skipped the Energy Shield option since it would lower damage output. If you're working with a budget between 30 to 50 Divine Orbs, Everlasting Gaze gains Energy Shield from mana, giving you an extra layer of defense. If you're struggling with pure mana or stun deaths, equip Everlasting Gaze in your amulet slot, and stack some stun threshold modifiers on your jewel. That covers the stun mechanics. No more complaints about dying to stuns. Let me walk you through the gear setup. For weapons, spell skill level is your top priority. Focus on spell damage and maximum mana. That's the added cold damage mod. Here is a gain option which is also an Archmage. Now, since Archmage already provides massive lightning damage, this won't make much difference. You can ignore this gain mod when choosing wands. Prioritize maximum mana and spell damage. While 5 to skill evil is ideal. It currently costs over 20 divine, so I'm settling for 4 instead. You can get this mod for cheaper, maybe 2 to 3 divine orbs for focus. 3 energy shield as maximum mana, as build convert CS to mana. Focus on improving your spell level, energy shield, max mana, and filling any resistance gaps. High energy shield on armor is good, but spirit is the crucial set here. Once you reach 60 spirit in this setup, As mentioned, cast on shock support with lightning, conduit will dramatically boost your single target damage. Getting spirit on your armor or amulet will make your build even stronger. The same applies to helmet. Look for mana, energy shield, resistances, and intelligence too. Each intelligence point gives 2 mana for gloves. Kiriko's current. The shock effect from this is incredibly reliable. This lets you keep bosses stunned almost permanently. Kidokeo's current is absolutely essential for budget builds. Remove it once damage is overwhelming. Keep it equipped for Boutique Energy Shield, max mana, movement speed. Now, the belt slot is crucial. The Ingenuity belt amplifies all ring bonuses. It boosts ring effects by up to 1.8 times. Breach rings are essential as they boost attributes by up to 50%. This massively boosts your mana and mana regeneration. These effects are further amplified by Ingenuity. A single ring can boost your mana from 4,600 to 5,100. Ingenuity is essential to get one with at least 75%. Any ring works, but Breach Ring is more efficient. Prioritize mana regen, cast speed, and fill any resistance gaps. For amulets, focus on spell level and spirit as the key stats. It has Mana Blessing and no INT right now at a Hunter's Talisman with freeze and stun immunity charms for best results. Here's how I modified it against stun immunity. If not using Everlasting Gaze, combine a no INT with Stone Charm instead. Lightning Rod is powerful for Everlasting Gaze users or damage builds. It boosts damage by 30 to 50% or more. Now for the passive tree setup. This is my current setup. This build focuses on maximizing damage output. I've taken mine over Mera and Dodrich Battery. And Chaos Inoculation as well as Jewel Mother Shock Magnitude Mana and Kill. Mana recovery helps maintain mapping sustainability. Mana is crucial as it's essentially your life pool. Make sure to get both mods on all your jewels. For Everlasting Gaze ES builds, add % max shield as stun threshold. Also get maximum energy shield. Hardly anyone takes nodes in this line. I checked many builds yesterday, no one takes these nodes. Nobody invests this heavily here. This build is commonly seen as the standard setup, where players invest heavily in energy shield goes up to this point. You can allocate points into energy shield nodes and other nodes like this. If you're going for a pure mana build like mine, you can put the spare energy shield points into damage nodes instead. The lightning speed passive line here is also a choice. I invested into these points to get Wild Storm and crit chance. This path requires lots of points, so feel free to experiment with different setups that suit you better. After min-maxing, I'll share an updated version on mobile with extra max roll. Take Arcane Surge for your Ascendancy node. Stormweaver excels at mana builds for 2 reasons. First, this massive Arcane Surge bonus. You get access to the shock amplification effects at once. Having the double dipping nodes is just broken. Grab the increased exposure effect node. Combat Showcase. I rarely use Mana Storm, even in boss fights, since it drains in mana too quickly. You can just walk around without using Blink, it's that simple. Setup, just keep using Scarf while walking to see how it kills the yellow mob. There's a bug here, normally holding down the skill should slow your movement speed. If you cast at the right place while moving, you won't slow down, just don't spam it too quickly. Tapping the skill like this prevents the speed penalty it's above. This lets you move fast while dealing damage, and that's why it only makes clearing really efficient. Watch out for stuns, keep moving. As you can see, the farming is insane. This build definitely needs a nerf. For tough mobs, drop a sigil of power, apply Orb of Stone for exposure, and add Curse. Sigil of power scales incredibly well with levels, so let's check out my favorite Breach run. Hit the boss when it's on CL, electricity. Yeah. Watch out for blind spots where spark can increase. Let's move up a few sentinels of bombs. Tons of XP from buff, Breach offers insane level XP. That's how you do it, pretty straightforward. Stack Sigil with power, Orb of Storms, Curse for max DPS. Mana Storm for burst damage, but be careful it drains your mana pool almost instantly. And save it for tough bosses like Koss. It's insinually 8 Korean, but use with caution. Regular bosses die just fine without Mana Storm. Drop your questions below, and thanks for watching.